Although maybe I can be cooking with these Yuugis. That'd be pretty cool. Not auto bomb. I just turn auto bomb mode. Back to it. Hitboxes. Goes up 11. How is Tenchi's #1 biggest fan doing today? Like that position, how's it? I was not thinking. Nice. I just gotta love it when you're at the end of the day. You also gotta love it when it's the end of the week. Friday's a great day. Not only do I play Mystia on Fridays, but it also is the end of the work week. Is the game nearly finished? In what regards? I think I can actually do the Yuyuko boss fight, which I think is technically the end of like the main game. I think. I don't actually know that for fact, but even if I do that, I still have DLC 5, which I've yet to even unlock. And I gotta max out and complete everything for DLC, the previous areas. I still don't have everything maxed out. Tier games coming soon. No, I've already said that after Mystia, which will probably be a handful of weeks. I don't know how much post-game content there is, but like, I know Yuma exists. Like, there's a Yuma event series that I have yet to unlock in Mystia. But I've already said that after this game, then comes 17.5. Finish off the rest of the spin-offs. Final one! And then I don't have to play any more fighting/fighting style games. And I'm free. Perfect, Yuugi. Keep the 5 lightly. And then after 17.5, I'm going to figure out which one I want to do first. Out of either that Aya game, you know, you've pushed for it enough, I might do that one. Or Touhou Soccer. I don't know which one I want to do next. No, Fantasy Maiden Wars is a JRPG. So that goes in the JRPG time slot with Devil of Decline. So I'm not going to think about Maiden Wars until I'm done with Decline. If that's the game I decide to do next. I don't know. She just, like, not move at all. Obnoxiously long, gotta love that. Yeah, game is short. Well, that's more tempting to get it out of the way. Suck at deducing stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend I'm some genius, but I have played all the Danganronpas, I played all the Zero Escapes, I have played both Somnium Files, I have played Your Turn to Die, I have some experience with detective-style games. I like to think I have some idea of what I'm doing. What a shame. But if the IA game is short, maybe I can do that one after 17.5, and then potentially some soccer after that. I do want to play soccer at some point. I think it'd be fun. It's a really fun game. I think it makes good content. Yeah, there's a lot of games like that that are, you know, at some point, right? But, like, the reality is, if I have people sitting here being like, "Oh, you should play this game," you know, some Touhou fan game, that's gonna be okay. How many years worth of content could I make out of just Touhou fan games? Like, the reality is there's a lot, and there's a lot I would like to play, but the problem is, there's a lot. You know, at some point I gotta play, but at some point I gotta play, Gensho Skydrift, and potentially Fumo Kart Racing, as well. You know, those are games that have to be played at some point. That's what he does. Yeah, him and Asprey. I've never actually really watched Naro. It's not because I don't like him. I just have never, like, seen any of his stuff. But I've watched Asprey on and off. So I am well acquainted with the large variety of things that exist in the world of Touhou. That was bad. He's doing the weird tier list content. He's doing I mean, he does some weird things. But so does everyone. I don't know, I never watch him live. If I sit down and watch his stuff, I watch his stuff from oldest to newest on YouTube, so I watch his stuff from, like, 3-4 years ago at this point. I slowly catch up like that. The character refuser pickup lines. I mean, that's, you know, that sounds like right up your alley. What was with the dude asking you, you make a Touhou tier list of favorite position? Like, you know, if you think a Touhou girl would play, like, soccer, what position do you think they are? Like, are they like a midfielder? Like a forward? Frankly, run of content. Yeah, that's believable. That is very believable. I don't know much of what he does, like, currently. Because like I said, if I've watched his stuff, it's all stuff from a while ago. To be honest, the problem with playing a billion Touhou fan games and shit is that, you know, if you have a million of them, you do inevitably run out. Like, I know he's done many different, like, Touhoumon things to fill in gaps. I kind of can keep an eye on what he's doing because, like I said, if I watch him, it's old stuff, but I am sub to him, so I see whenever he posts something new. Like, oh, he's playing XYZ. Tell him if he wants content, just play Labyrinth of Touhou. Stuff. Yeah. The issue with stuff like that, though, is, like, you run into a weird mix of, like, you know, how much, like, translation tools you have, you know. Like, I don't speak or read the language, and, like, I try to... Era games. Are you playing the Era games? Tell him to get into Lunatic Touhou. Also, second cap of the day. Let's go. We'll hit 5 caps sooner than we did yesterday, surely. No, I don't. I've never touched that Mega 10 game myself. I'm pretty basic. I keep it at a TW if I touch it. Tippity tippity. See, that's the nice thing about Lost Branch, is, like, Lost Branch is milkable, right? Like, as long as I don't play more than, like, my stream requirement in a week, as long as I don't play, like, excess on my own time, I don't get burnt out, and it can be fresh. Especially if I occasionally throw in mods. You don't have to make it weird. Kiss butt. I didn't say sap. I didn't say anything about Kaguya's sap. I said milking Lost Branch in the terms of content. Excuse you. Don't put words in my mouth. You sap you. Yeah, I understand that. You know, I don't engage with that in Lost Branch, of course, but, like, I've had communities sat me out of them before, or out of games. I've had fandoms and stuff make things like, do I really like that right now? Or do I kind of hate it now? Listen, Lost Branch does great as content. That's another thing. Like, I try not to think too much about, like, what makes for good YouTube content and stuff. I don't do this. I don't stream and make YouTube content seriously. I do it because I like it. Hence why I'm a lunatic Touhou player. But, like, on Twitch it, like, does okay. But, like, on YouTube, Lost Branch does surprisingly well. Like, every time I post a Lost Branch video, I come back in a week, and it's like, oh, you know, that's hit 20, 30 views. And, you know, depending on who you're looking at, that's not much, but, like, for me, you know, who has maybe videos can reach double digits, depending on what it is, like, Lost Branch consistently hitting, you know, 20, 30 views is noteworthy. I don't know, I think some of my content is more watchable than others, right? I think most of the fan games are rewatchable, or look back, but like, hey, you know, watch, because they're more playthroughs. This is more just... You know, if I was really concerned about what I'd actually do, if I really wanted to, like, min-max my content, what I'd actually do is I'd have 2 channels. I'd have one channel where I post VODs, where I post just, like, all the mainline Touhou VODs. And another channel where I post, like, actual, like, completed runs, like LNBs and my LNN. And then the fan games. It would technically be better for view-wise. But the world, this is just me rambling about my perception of things. You know? But generally speaking, I feel like people would rather listen to someone do something and ramble about something rather than just in pure quiet. I can't talk all the time. I'm not that good at streaming, but if I can make a conversation, especially a conversation that, like, you know, is interesting, at least I find interesting. Yeah, because there's a level of high-end Touhou that I like, but there's a level of casualness I like with the fan games and stuff, and you know, there's not much that mixes that, right? And to be fair, I will say that a large reason of that is there's a lot of people who are good at streaming that are not necessarily great at, like, playing games. And that's not me taking a shot being like, haha, someone sucks at something. It means, like, if I wanted to be a better streamer, I would have to be a worse Touhou player. That's just inevitable. Make a podcast. The problem is what? I'm not making a solo podcast. That's just called me streaming. That's number 3. Guess invite Lebanon. Okay. It's day 1. No, what I'll do is I'll have a podcast where I'll invite a different person every time. I'll invite Game Glitcher, and the product of the conversation will just be talking about USD. We can talk about USD and how Perfect Crime is actually a playable card. Trust me, bro. Trust me, Perfect Crime can actually do something. Like, it actually might do something once in its life. I swear. Perfect Crime will be useful at one point. I promise you, there's one situation where it might be useful. It can steal barrier, and yes, that does give it some... It makes it better than before. I still wonder about the card. It has to be upgraded. It's so bad if it's not upgraded. Like, it's legitimately it's just so unplayable. Like, there are a number of... Like, here's the thing. You rock up the clown piece with that shit, suddenly you got 100 fucking barrier at the start of the battle. That's pretty good. It just seems... The problem that I've always had with Perfect Crime is it's such a Disneyland card. The Dormy tech. That's technically not true, because you still need damage to go through, right? You still need a single source of damage. So, sure, it does drain the 50 barrier, which is great, but you do still need a damage to wake her up. Because taking her barrier won't wake her up, right? As far as waking her up goes, like, Cold and... Piss Butt. Cold and Poison are technically, like, the best, right? Because those just go through barrier. So those are, like, guaranteed to wake her up turn 1. Disneyland is fun. Disneyland is fun. And it's important to have cards that let you go to Disneyland, so you can occasionally go there. But the problem is when a card has a really good situation for it, and then people try to, like, argue that it's a good card. Bro, trust me, you can steal the rabbit's, immortality, I swear, it's so good. Just, like, it's like, literally, all you have to do is get the card, draw it, and then, like, play it against, I swear, it's so good. Like, it's broke, I swear, guys, all you have to do is get that set. Because you also do have to remember that, if you're playing a card like that, you have to ask yourself, okay, I could be playing this, but what if I was playing, like, you know, it's a Koishi card. Let's say this. What if instead of playing Perfect Crime, I was playing Hartman's Yokai Go right now? Would I be happier? What if I was playing this card instead? Would it be better? Or New Embers? Yeah, I didn't necessarily want to say that because it's more expensive, so I think the comparison's a little wishy-washy. But, you always have to look at cards. It's like, okay, sure, it may be good, but, like, you may have a situation where, like, would it be better than XYZ? You know? And for the people who want to go to Disneyland, you gotta understand, I am kind of on your side, right? Like, I like fun builds a lot. Right? Like, I am a blank carder to the end. You know, I mean, I did that plates build. No one who is 100% serious would look at, like, the choices I made on that run and be like, yeah, those were good. Those were, like, genius ideas. He knew that setup from a mile away. So, like, I'm a Disneyland type of meme run guy. For sure. There's a difference between comparing, you know, how far you can push the memes, right? Let's see if this spies. What is that? It's not ringing a bell off the top of my head. There's a Koishi card, then that might be why. I don't know her cards that well by name. Someone should make a playbook Clampies mod. True. Eep. Someone should make Run Shema playable. Oh yeah, that card. Also, I just want to ask people to get their opinions on this. But, like, Talk Through the Hat went from a card... Like, is it just me, or did Talk Through the Hat go from a card that was like, card not upgraded, and a good card when upgraded, to, like, ridiculous when upgraded? Like, is this just me, or is that card, like, nutty? Like, 0 mana, cycle. Yeah, like, it's literally free when upgraded, and it doesn't exile anymore. Like, when I looked through the changes to it, I was like, oh, they got rid of exile. I was like, oh, okay. And then I kind of, like, glanced past it. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I actually thought about what that card was. I'm like, they got rid of exile? When upgraded, which means it's 0 mana, draw 2, put one back on, put any card back on top of your deck, and it's no upgrade. I'm like, that's just, like, unless you're fighting Remy, that's just really good. Like, the issue before was, like, if you can get it upgraded, obviously it's literally just free. But, like, its exile effect made it so it's kind of cool. You can kind of, like, drop your deck quickly, and it gets you some upgrade potential. And it's, like, choice upgrade, too. So it's cool, but, you know, it was nothing, like, great. Now you can cycle through your decks, like, so well, and repeatedly. Because it's free. It's like, the basic version now is 1 colorless instead of 1 green, which is cool. You don't think it's 0 mana now? It was before, and they specified the unupgraded version got its mana cost change, right? I tap back to the right. Son of a bitch! I hate that spell. So I thought that the thing specified unupgraded. Probably. I wouldn't say 100% just because, like, sometimes wording's weird. But I would assume it's still free, because they didn't specify. Oops. Ugh. Yeah. Maybe... Since I just cycled through all the characters, I did them all at L6, like a normal run. Then I did swap starting item L6 for all of them. I might, for the next few streams, I might go back and do some Patchouli, some Yomu, and potentially a new modded character. I haven't done mod characters in a hot minute. So maybe I'll do some of that tomorrow, and do that for a couple weeks. Because I just cycled through all the main characters. So here's a Sage. Speaking of Fulfill Wish from Seija, here's a question. Any of you guys ever gotten Fulfilled Wish before? Because I have once, I believe. It was on Lunatic too. Destroys your deck, it's over. I mean, I've won when she snaps your deck. It just depends on circumstances. Also, sometimes she just never hits that or key. Like, the reality of the Thanos snap is it can suck, but it can technically actually help you at times. And Thanos snap is actually really good because it means she didn't pull key, right? Move on past her for now. Like, Thanos Snap has killed me, but it's also not. Or Thanos Snap has been annoying, but it like also has not. Well, Key is always like, well, this sucks. Like, she's just, consistently the most damaging boss in the game. And then they're like, what if we deal double damage? Okay, well... I'll still say I disagree with the cup nerf, but... I understand the idea behind it, so it's not like it's a wrong nerf. I don't know, I understand the distaste for Cup, because, like, oh, my exhibits, you know, such a big part of the game, just removes them all, but, like... No. Like, seems rare that you're ever, like, super reliant on exhibits. But I guess generally, if you're like, playing on easier difficulties, you're probably doing more elite spam and acquiring more exhibits, so... Yeah, that was a casual dodge I just made. What about it? No, that's a run to a bullet. I believe disables half the game? It does not disable half the game. Exhibits are not half the game. They're maybe a third if you want to argue that, but... The cards you put in your deck are tend to be way more impactful on average than exhibits. Bro. Like, I'm not saying it's a great mechanic by any means. I'm just saying... I don't know, the amount of times I've been cupped and I've been like, no! I feel like have been really low. Like, it has happened for sure. But I feel like I way more often, like, facepalm in the face of turn 1 vulnerable than I ever did from turn 1 cup. I just feel like her other exhibits she's pulled have lost me more runs than Cup. Gaming, you know it. I don't think today is my day for practice. So I'll do a bit. I might quickly move to some stage 5 and stage 6 for a little bit, but I think I'm gonna get hyper, do hyper mount. Which one she has an auburn? Dude, new reveal. Yeah, new balance patch for Touhou 20. Marissa has been given the ACOG. for Application 07. I like the card, but tell me how often you ever saw or played the card. Especially pre-Koichi. But even post-Koichi. ACOG? You know, like the type of scope? I'm not making a Fuda joke like you love so much, 11. Play as Jimbo? No way. My least favorite Touhou character, Jimbo. The amount of pain he causes me in the underground of the mines. I guess saying underground of the mines is kind of unnecessary. I don't think you swap Pyramid with Bow. I think what you do is you remove all the bad things Seija can do, and you make her easy. Definitely. That's a clear path for once. Cap. They're gonna shit their pants? I don't know if they're gonna shit their pants. Like, I feel like shitting your pants over, like, Lost Branch of Legend seems kind of weird. Like, I don't know who would do that. But 20 is also a Phantasmagoria game, as long as it's better than 19 was. Personally speaking, I might piss some people off with that sentiment. But people who know me should know how much I love 3, and that I am quite fond of 9, but I am not particularly fond of 19. One thing I do like the Phantasmagoria games, though, as a whole, even with 19, is just Touhou's a character. I like that. I like getting. I like when he just. Yo, here's Seiren. Who asked for Seiren? Who knows? Oh, here's On. You know, character that everyone probably forgot about for a while. I love that. I love just here's Orin. You know, when's the last? You know, not like Orin ever makes appearances and things. Oh, here she is. Right? I like that a lot. That's like you know it's time. It's like, here's just a bunch, like, Ron. Like, you know I love Ron, but, like, you know, where the fuck does Ron never appear in things? Oh, there she is. That's what I liked about 19. And 9 as well. You know, not, like, okay, who the fuck thought, you know, I know this is, like, back in the day, but, like, oh, here's Tay. Tay is a playable character. Here's a fucking no-dialogue stage 5 mid-boss. You're a playable character, here you go. That's one cool thing about the Phantasmagoria games is we tend to get more plot of pre-existing characters. Eee! Look at that health bar. Listen, she'll her and Kwakuma get shoved into the appear like once in the manga, and that's it. Like manga, what am I, nerd? The books, manga, whatever you want to call it. Would you call the books the light novels? What would you call that for Touhou? Would you call that manga? I'm not good about that terminology. I've never really used the term not manga because it's so weeb and nerdish. I hate it. Is there tech or learnable stuff? I mean, you can kind of see, like, there is plays that you want to aim to do. But I can't also speak for easier difficulties, as I play on Lunatic. But at least on this difficulty, like, keeping with her for so much of the attack is so important. Like, trying to kill it as quickly as possible, like, is really important. So optimizing my damage, you'll see. I try to do a very strict path. I'm not good with it. I'm not great at it, but you know, learn to follow the pattern, learn to follow the path to try to kill it quicker. Because saving half a second with optimal damage is a big deal. Saving even more than a half a second sometimes. Goes up, Gypsum. The second thing is, you'll notice for this first wave, I try to kind of play on the right, middle right, and then duck left at the end. And on the second wave, I do the opposite. Play middle, middle left, and then try to duck right should the wave extend too long. I'll learn no bomb. I mean, the other reality of it is, you know, especially if you're 1cc, you do have to understand that this is probably, in terms of spell cards, this might be a top 10 spell card in all of Touhou. Like, that might be a little debatable, but it's right there, like, for hardest spells. Like, there's a lot of very difficult spells, but in terms of, like, top of the top, like, this is there in contention. Like, I had good cuts there, but you have to... And mind you, there are people that have 60, 70, 80% cap rates with this. Like, those people do exist. Although, the amount of people that probably had that high of a cap rate are, I don't know, a couple. Like, there's a really good Brazilian player who has, like, an over 60 or 70% cap rate on it. But most LNNers skip this, or at least a lot of them do, right? So, the reality is, even amongst high-level players, few of them have gone down to try to, like, get really good at this. Well, I don't know if I'd say... Okay. Catwalk is harder than spam. At least Reimu A spam. I'll say that very concretely. That is a very sane sentence. Is it harder than some of the other characters' spams? I don't know. But, like, Reimu homing is... has an easier spam than this. Even though it is easier, this is still more sane. I will 100% agree with that. I was dead. You saw that bullet. Popping after catwalks with skip. If you skip Catwalk, I don't know what the popcorn is if you skip Catwalk. If you time out non 1 and 2, do you skip popcorn? I don't know, let's find that out. Depending on how much I time down this attack, because I still kill this attack, but I do time it down. And depending on how quickly I kill Catwalk, sometimes I'll have a little bit of popcorn. Sometimes I'll have max. Sometimes I will completely skip popcorn. Oh, wait. You cap the first and then time out the second. Is that actually the play? Did you do that? I don't actually know. I wonder. You clearly get popcorn if you just time out the first nod. So what if you super stall this and time out and then time out the second one? I wonder how that works. Well, I couldn't. Enjoy this. You like that? Yeah, you still do get a fair bit of popcorn, even with that. Ooh, nice. It's not too bad. It still is bad. But, you know, is it worse than Catwalk? Oh. Here's the thing. I will make joke comments about fucking skipping Catwalk. What a loser, right? Like I'll be like, yeah, I don't skip Catwalk because I'm not a loser, but I'll never actually say that believably to someone, you know. You know, one would call me the insane person for going for Catwalk. Should have gotten that right. So awkward because she goes so low that like your vertical space is so limited. So much of your dodging has to be just done horizontally. You can dodge a bit vertically, of course, and you're gonna have to. No LNN requires full spell. Okay, that's technically not true. Imperishable Knight kind of does because of the last words, and I don't think that there's any timeout that, I don't think there's any timeout that requires full spell. Or any timeout that, like, skips a spell in, Imperishable Knight. So, I think IN's LNN is always full spell, because there's, like, no skip that you can do. I don't think there's any timeout that you do. And to be fair, most LNNs tend to be full spell, because there's very few skips. It's just, like, this game and, like, 10 Desires are, like, the only few relevant ones that, like, the difference between LNN full spell and not full spell does, like, exist and is real. You know, there's probably one or two more on the list, but Oh! Quick last words. I believe if you do play it perfectly, I mean, I believe if you never die on Lunatic, I don't know if it's even reasonable to miss the last words. At least Kaguya's, right? Like, Kaguya's you're guaranteed to hit, right? Because her time requirement is literally like 1, right? Or is it even just 0? But regardless, the LNN rules for a Perishable Knight does require all of the last words to be capped. Like I said, every game every game a perfect run is a full spell, with really like the 2 notable exceptions being Touhou 11 and Touhou 13. There might be one I'm forgetting about that I'm not that knowledgeable about, but because Orin and Yoshika are really the 2 things that jeopardize full spells. Because in no other game is there really an attack you're gonna cancel. I guess, you know, some people... I think USD kind of has that. I think you can skip Misdirection. Although I don't even know if it's optimal to skip Misdirection because of what happens after it. You can also skip Eternal Meek, but anyone who's seen me talk with family before knows that you don't skip Eternal Meek because the non before it is stalling that out its full 15 seconds is arguably way, way worse. So you never skip Eternal Meek. And then Yoshika finds herself in the rare regards of not skipping, but like also being kind of broken to the extent where it's like you really have to go out of your way to cap those spells. And people decide you don't have to full spell this for the LNN. Yeah. I mean, I'll say, if I ever go for TD, I'm 100% going to try the FS. It's just what I do. You know, I do in cat swap. You think I'm not going to try the Yoshika caps? But Yoshika spell 1, capping that is annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. Yoshika final sucks to cap. I just noticed that my record is actually up to 10% now on this spell. Let's go. What is it with... You know, why did Zune design 2 games in a row where the stage 5 mid-boss spell is like the hardest attack in the entire run? Because you got this and that stupid Nazareth spell. I mean, I love that Nazareth spell, but... I don't think that Nazareth spell's quite, like, as far out as the hardest attack in the game as, like, this is, but it's certainly contention. I think it might take it. Eat. I'm not good at getting good damage in right now. All of my caps have been relatively slow. Well, I think the Yoshika fight is bugged. I feel like I've heard that before about Yoshika with her healing or some shit. Like, with the way some of it works is bugged. Doesn't work as intended. Don't quote me, but I feel like I've heard people say that. Let's get one more cat lock. Cap. I had a good streak of them going there for a minute. How random is it? Very. I mean, the general idea of it stays the same, but, like, where the bullets, like, what the blue bullet spread is random. Right? Like, the way the rings are, the way, like, the way the general pattern, like, the attack has a general pattern. Nice. But you see that when the rings are created, sometimes she's kind and makes them really in line with themselves. And sometimes she makes them really spread out. Many things that makes this so difficult is that it has a large element of randomness. Like, it's not as obviously random as something like, it's not as obviously, random as something like spam, but if you do it, you quickly realize how random it is. Or just how volatile it is. I've been trying to get this single cap for about 30 attempts. I should stop. I'm too tired. Can't stop, won't stop. Go sit here for a little bit. I'm tired. I'm not really expecting too much, but let's just rip some a little bit. Feel free to play while drinking. Well, my favorite is how it's like, the Kappa level, and he threatens to take your ass bone away from you if you mess up. Oh, the red guy turned around. No 2.0 power on Kasumi, not on 1. What am I gonna do? Okay, Yamame. Thank you. Nice. First try Yamame of the day. This is clearly the LNN. Mercy, my beloved. Underestimate the box. Is there a explained reason why Parsi can clone herself? Or just like Flounder's 4 of a kind, where it's like, meh, here it is. She is flawed. She's blonde. Now you mention it. And all blonde people must be the same. Also, LNN through stage 2, clearly. Look at how good my LNN rates are in stage 3, and we'll say, yeah, this is 100% the run. She hides her wings in the dress, true. Yuugi. How about Yuugi's like, oh, someone's walking through town, let's go beat him up. Funny laser attack? No, that's the boring one. It's so static. The funny laser attack is this one right here, the one that's actually, like, got some elements of randomness that want to just be like, ooh, here's a billion lasers. That low. Whew, it worked. Oops, I veered to the left. I messed that one up. I know better than to where to go there if she goes left. I don't usually play at 8:30 at night, I'll blame it from that. Oh no, there's so many lasers! Oh no, how am I ever gonna dodge them consistently? It's not like there's a consistent spot to dodge these lasers. Oh no! Ooh, that was a close one. Bubbles? Ha! Bubbles are easy. Surely this attack must be easy, right? Nothing. Well, that's, you know, it is fair, but you also got to remember that it's still a nothing spell with, like, any other shot type. Like, it's just a little bit less nothing with Reimu Suika, I guess. But that's not really that impressive considering how it's still free regardless of who you play as. Like, is it more annoying? Sure. Yeah, with other shot types a while. Remind me after this run, I'll go actually experiment with other shot types real quick. But I believe it's still just free. Because, like, worst comes to worst, you break the shackles, and you're like, oh no! Anyway. Why is it always a cat bullying me? Yeah, the shackles explode if you destroy a shackle. And it's terrifying. Oh, it's so terrifying. There's like a couple bubbles that you walk between. And that's about it. Good aura in mid-cap. It's always that is not a free mid-nod. That is a spooky one. It's threatening. It's a bit random. Sometimes it's more or less threatening than others, but... So if you remind me after this run, I'll go check out shackles with different shot types and show them blowing up. Nice. Dark stage portion is always cool. Always gotta love it. Yeah. Sometimes she moves down and makes that lineup a little harder. I think that's what causes that. How's my beloved Mountain Toss doing today? Nice, quick kill. How's my beloved Night Parade doing right now? Surely she's not interested in walling me today. Ooh. Girl, you really tried. She's really trying. But not fully walling me. Have I ever talked about how much I hate Fog Labyrinth? Good spread. That was a 1 miss stage 4 and it was the frickin' non-1. How disappointing. Or maybe I should look at it better and be like, how wonderful that I was able to cap those last 3 spells. I guess that just proved how, like, broken the shot type is. The shot type is literally the greatest shot type of all time. Like, dude. Literally, it's literally just the best. It's not 2. No, it's not 1. Ooh, I decided to cut that one a little close. This part's pretty consistent. That doesn't make it not scary. Like, it can definitely... All it takes is one flip up there, and you can't kill them in time, and then you're just dead. That's why, my beloved. Oh, I almost could get around that. Oh, bad time for death. Should say low. Oh well. What are you gonna do? I was going too fast, wasn't I? Oh well. What are you gonna do? Hardest part of the run right here. I'm shaking my boots down here. Name was shaking. Look at her shaking her balls. I'm so shaking I'm gonna shoot. Oh no, I shot them. We shoot them so we can get the score. It's the hardest knot of all time. Come on. Ooh, that was awkward. But she gave me the delayed gap, which is good since I did get it, but it was a little awkward getting to it. Nice. It was a risky gap to go for, but it worked. Single Touhou, that has no safe spot. That just depends on your definition of a safe spot. But yeah, Yoshika doesn't necessarily have a safe spot. Yeah, I talked about her earlier. Let go of the down button. Down button is a bad button to hold here. I have to remember every time I get to this attack. Oh, I was too fast. Got Corona because now that wheel is in a bad spot. What are you gonna do? Did I bait some of the fairies into her by accident? I think I did. Damn it, a 1 miss. Yeah, Tay would never do that. Oh well. 4 miss. Stage 4. Doing an attack the way it's intended? Well... I've always found the definition for safe spot really weird, because, like, there are some things, like, Orin non 1 is obviously a safe spot. I feel like everyone would agree with that. I messed up. Doesn't matter. You can mess up there. But I feel like beyond that, beyond, like, very specific, besides calling very specific attacks, it's so difficult, I feel like, to argue. Is X thing a safe spot? This is arguably a safe spot. Now, no one would ever call it a safe spot. That'd be ridiculous. But you could argue it. I'd argue there are safe spots that are more, that move more than that. If you don't get hit, the safe spot, true. Is this attack a safe spot? I'd argue yes. But it's not a wrong safe spot. It's not like it's the right thing to do. Not only is it the optimal strat, but it's literally like the intended strat. But by definition, I'd call it a safe spot. Also, hello, UNR, my beloved. Girl, that was disgusting. Oh well, 1 miss to UNR is not anything to cry over. It is only just like the second hardest attack in the game. Hey, speaking of hard attacks, I love this attack, even if it is garbage. Freest attack in the game. Yo, she moved down. I don't like that. Whoa, excuse me? I didn't trust my lineup with the E on the bottom, so I was like, I'll go up. I don't know how much I have to go up, but I will. I died to this, because of course I did. Bitch, excuse me? I deserve the death to this after that. What the fuck? Very sus. Yeah, I'm cheating. Poor direction. I should be. You need to be. No. You'd be going the opposite of where she's going next. So now that I'm in line, I know I have to go to the left. This way I know I'm going to the right. Oh, she's gonna die there. Hey, 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 hey! It's my favorite tech in the game. Hey, hey, hey! I 3 caps on this? What the fuck? I know I got 1. When did I get 3? Well, that's 4. That might be my least favorite spell of the game, even ahead of Fog Labyrinth. How do I have more Takamak caps than I have caps than this? I'm a little far down. I should let myself get sucked. Oh, too much to the left. That was really... I did not like that spread there at the end. Oh well, good run. Is there tech to read that tech? You talking about Takamak? Unlucky. Nah, I wasn't unlucky. It was poor. There is not that much of a strat. Like, there kind of is, but it gets shaken up so much. Holy fuck, how fast I killed this thing. I kill it a whole way faster! Yeah, boy, this shot type has a much worse time with Shackle. Ooh, buddy. Oh, this shot type sucks for doing Shackle with, dude. Oh, man. Here's what happens when you break one of the Shackles, by the way. Look at this. I don't know how I can get through that. Ooh, that was close. No, I mean, there's tech. There's ideas for things. I'll look at Talkback in a second. Ooh, that was. Ooh, ooh. Oh, that was. Ooh, ooh. But yeah, I didn't accuse you of calling the attack hard. I just like to exaggerate. It's funny. Ooh, that was a sweat. Oh, buddy. I'm not playing as Marissa. I'll play as Marissa. What the fuck is this? Marissa, what are you shooting? I don't know if I've ever seen Marissa see. Okay, I don't know how to, like, change. I found how to change. That's slow because it took me a bit to figure out how to change. Everyone's beloved attack type. Oh my gosh, what is this piss? It's actually better to shoot unfocused if I remember. I think it depends on, like, your position. Okay, well, there you go. But Tokamak has a pseudo square feature to it that I've seen people pull off. I'm not good at pulling it off. It's generally, I feel like you want to bait her over here where it's easier to play, and like there is a bit of an up-down to it. Like there's a bit of a circular form. But sometimes you just gotta go clockwise, and sometimes you gotta go counterclockwise. It's not something, it's so untraditional that you kind of just gotta let it rip and like try to get a bit feel for it sometimes. People tend to not like Orisa and Notori. I don't know if it's bad. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's bad. I'm pretty sure in terms of TWC score, it's by far the worst. Probably because its damage is piss. But also because, like, people who play Marissa are going to play one of the first two shot types. And most people just play Reimu A because that's what most people touch. And if it's not Reimu Persuasion Needle, you know, what are people doing? Alright, like, Reimu Persuasion Needle is always going to be the most played thing in the game. Have a good night, Levin. I mean, that's the thing, Fuma, though, right? Like, most attacks are, like, you can get a feel for a lot of them. Like I said, there's a bit of a square, like a square / circular counterclockwise or clockwise, then shifting counterclockwise to it. So like there's an idea there that I can tell and kind of showcase. Although I'm not that comfortable with it yet, so I'm not a great indicator with it. I have not played that attack much. But the thing is, it's like so much of it is like you can kind of get a general feel for what you want to do, but then actually doing it just requires, you know, you to throw 100 attempts at something. I could sit down and watch high-level Touhou players cap Kaguya's final, not her last word, but Horai Barrage. I could sit down and watch them cap that. But it took me an hour and a half to get a single cap on it once. Just because it took me, like, I could see what they were doing, but I couldn't understand how to replicate it. So I spent an hour and a half, and I eventually, like, got a eureka moment where I was like, I see what I have to do. But I just had to run at it. It was 180 attempts. Including the ones that I did, like, the couple times I saw it run, which is, like, 2 or 3 at that point. But, like, sometimes you just gotta grip it and rip it. Well, that's another thing. You can always look things up to get something that, you know, potentially makes it so that instead of ripping 500 attempts or something, you're only ripping, you know, 100. But I'm also not the Tokamak guy to ask, at least not yet. Like, I'm still in the learning stage of this game. Now you could say, well, you have a 7 miss run. That seems pretty good, and, you know, I will say that's true, but I'm still, like... I kind of understand how to do everything, but I'm not at a point where I'm, like, comfortable with everything to a T. Like, I still have a lot of getting used to things and getting better at executing things in this game. Takamak is very much one of those things on that list. So I'm not going to pretend that I know what I'm doing on it. I'll say I have an idea what I'm doing, and I'm very fortunate that it worked in that run. But it's also not worked many, many times. Next reset, I'm gonna just move to Mystia for the day. I'm tired. I don't feel like going for over 2 hours today. I had a good run. Oh, I don't have to force the issue too much. And I really want to play Mystia. Really? Heart's not in the game. Why would you move down and not to the right at all? At least you didn't move to left afterwards. think one of the important things to realize about Reimu B's shot here, even with attacks like that, is that the balls are like 20% of your DPS or something. Like, the balls are really weak. Ooh. What is that lag? Game couldn't handle stage 4. Ooh, that was gross. I'm too tired right now. I think I take my